Alright, today we're going to take a look at the Decepticons from the Wave 2 of the Minicons for Robots in Disguise. Now in front of me I have the original Wave 1, these two guys right here, and then Fracture and Air Razor that came together as a team. And we're going to show you the other two that come now in the Wave 2. So again, as I mentioned in some of the other videos, remember the Autobots, they make a nice little disc that shoots out of drift. However, the Decepticons, when you put them together, they all end up making this more kind of like this big wedge that shoots out, and it just kind of hangs down like this. So we're going to take a look at the two new ones that have just come out. So let's go ahead and put him back. And the first one we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at Decepticon Ratbat. Now again, I've just kind of opened the side of the package here so I didn't completely destroy it. And you can see here's the little thing that they came on with all of their little weapons. And if in case you guys don't know, most Transformers are actually made this way. You piece them off and somebody in some Chinese factory somewhere is putting them together to make this guy. Alright, so anyway, I went ahead and took them off to save time. And again, if you do this nice, you can squeeze this back in here. I like to save boxes, even though I'll probably never ever look at them again, but that's the way it is. So here is Ratbat. You can see him right here. Again, for all these, you might want to add some color to them because none of the color that they show is really there. Like none of this blue is right here or anything like that. So if you look on the other side, here's Ratbat. He looks kind of weird right there, but he actually looks better in person. And then here he is with all this junk on him and his wedge form. Kind of looks like a little spacecraft. Alright, so let's put this off to the side and let's take a look at Ratbat. So here is Ratbat without his stuff. So he's kind of naked. And of course we're in the Nemesis today, the Decepticon ship from G1 that they took off the Autobots, I think it was Mirage on. He caused it to splash down and sink to the bottom of the ocean. So you can see we have a nice ocean view right there. Okay, so here's Ratbat. Now again, there's not really much to this. You have the Decepticon symbol here, and that's about it. You have some two colors of plastic, and you can see you have some silver coloring right here at the top. Transformation, this guy is super easy. You just pull him apart, and there's his little Ratbat head. And then you pull them and you kind of pinch these two guys in, so you can see, push it together, pull out, and then start to pinch right here like that. And then he's got two little feet that come out like this. And then because of those little feet, let's point the camera down just a tad, he stands up quite nicely. So he is super flat. You can see those big old feet. He's not going anywhere. But like most of them, there's really no movement on any of them except for this. This is pretty much the stand. So if you look at his face, it's got a nice sculpt. Just not a lot of stuff on it. There's his Ratbat little mouth. Even the mouth doesn't move, which is a little annoying. It's too bad. But you can see they put a little bit of red color in his eye right there. But that's about it. So like I said, if you like doing paint apps, this would be a good guy to do a paint app on. So I think it's easier to put the little pieces on him when he's actually back in his other modes. So let's go ahead and put him like this. Comes with this dual blaster. It fixes right here on the top. It comes with this little guy, which is kind of like a little knife, it looks like. That goes underneath right here, right there. So you see that fixes right there. And then he's got these two little pieces which will actually come and make him a little bit like it's kind of like a razor edge on the front of him. Like that. You got these little guys which stick up like, oops, pop that guy off. I'll have to put him back on. That is the one thing, I'm not a huge fan of these things. They do not stay on very tight. There's only a little tab that you put in there, and if you push the wrong way, and I tell you, a lot of these, you just look at them the wrong way and they fall off. I'm going to get this other piece, okay, put him back on top, and then I'm going to show you the Energon Shark at the end of this. So let me take him apart off camera, and he's got two more pieces that are from the Energon Shark. Remember, the first wave made an Energon Lion. These guys make an Energon Shark. And then the last piece is, you can see right here, there's kind of a hole right in this piece. That goes on this little tab right there sticking up. So let's go ahead and put that on. Put this guy on. Okay, now remember, as I mentioned before, that these guys, all these little pieces, are meant to stay on when they are in either mode, in the robot or the their little flight ship mode. So here's the way he would go. You can see that if we stick him in here, let's see, let's go ahead and push this back in. Let's see. Go ahead and put him down here. Put him down like this. Now if you go ahead and snap that, come on. These guys, these toys are so cheap. There we go. I gotta kind of hold some of their stuff in place. But he goes right in there. There you go, see? So he goes right in there, and then if you were to go down, you can go ahead and shoot him across. All right, so there's that guy. Stand him back over here. And now let's go ahead and just open him up, and I'll show you him as actual Ratbat. And so again, pull out, start to bend the insides in, and everything falls apart. And then fold these out, his little feet out, and put these little pieces back on, because they fall off all the time. That's just the way they go. But come on, they're mini-cons, so you gotta cut them a little slack, I guess. So there is Ratbat. You can see he is all decked out in all of his blue. He's got this other piece, which is on the bottom of him right here. This piece is on the bottom when he is in his little flight mode, but it comes out and more looks like kind of like a little gun underneath his head. All right, so that's Ratbat. Let's put him across. We're gonna try to do this in right around 10 minutes. And then the second guy we're gonna take a look up as is Sandsting. And I tell you, Sandsting reminds me so much of Scorponaut. It's the same color as a Scorponaut. It's just really, really tiny. Again, it shows you a lot of color. That color is not there. None of the red is there. You'll have to put that on yourself. This time his little add-ons are purple. You come over here. You can see there he is with all the stuff on. You can kind of hardly even see what he really looks like. And there he is in his little wedge form. All right, so let's take a look at him next. Let me take his stuff off, because I do have it on already right now. Okay, so let's bring him out and see what it looks like. So here he is in his little wedge form. This is how he's going to be propelled. And let's go ahead and just show you right here. So the same as the rest, put him in the back. You can see he sits here like that. Oop, fell out. And that's how he will be, and he'll get shot out. I'm not gonna waste my time there. We want to see what he really looks like. All right, so this guy, go ahead and you open him up and look at this. He looks pretty cool. He might be one of my favorite guys. He actually has some silver paint on here. He's got a red little bit on his face, if you can see that right there. And he's got this nice tail. The tail can move. You can move it down like that, or you can have it sticking up. So he actually has a little bit of movement. His legs are all interconnected. You can see underneath here, it's just one big blob of bright green. But he actually is pretty cool. And I do dig this guy. All right, so if we want to put the stuff on him, first of all, he's got a little face plate. We can stick that right here. Maybe. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, got a little face plate. Kind of hides his face a little bit. He obviously, of course, is going to have an extra stinger gun, because what Scorpion is not complete without his stinger gun? So there you go, we got his stinger gun. Now, what does this look like? I'm not sure if you can see this here. What does that look like? Does that maybe look like a shark's face? It might, but the shark face is not a shark face for him. For him, it is a big old pincher. There you go. See, the shark face becomes a pincher on him. So put that one there. This one here. Okay. These can be used as swords. You can see this little hilt right here. This sword works just fine with some of the other guys that have hands. Like this guy right here. See? So he can use this other, he can use Sandsting's sword as a sword, because Sandsting cannot use it as a sword. But what Sandsting can do is you can put it right here, and the other one right across here on the tip of that. And now he's got this pretty wicked looking tail. It's got a lot of stuff to it. All right, and then lastly, put these little guys down here. Oops, wrong side. And you can see it just kind of sticks out like another, kind of like a dagger, and it's really bubbly. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera or not, but it's kind of a really bubbly. Sorry, I was golfing yesterday. Yes, I play with Transformers and I golf. I know, I'm an enigma, what can I say? Alright, so here we go, and he looks pretty good. You know, he's a pretty nice looking guy, and he holds pretty well. So like the rest, you can fold him together. You can see he folds nice and tight. I can at least put him back in here, and he'll fit in here just nicely like all the rest. See, fits in there pretty good, and you can shoot him out. I'm not a huge fan of this guy because you have to do this downward motion thing, and he never does it. So anyway, do not like the deployers, do like the minicons. Okay, so let's finally go ahead and make the last guy. All right, I mean the Energon shark. All right, so we'll pull off the shark face. This guy, we're going to grab these weird long pieces here. They fit fine, but they're not really necessary. And we'll pull over the Autobot pieces. So first thing we're going to do is, this is the Autobot tail from one of the guys. We're going to go ahead and put this in here. There's a little knob. You see there's a little opening right here. That goes right there. You don't want to do it too tight because now we're going to stick in the fin. Actually, we'll just do one of these first. So stick in the fin here. You can put this other piece back together now. And they fit together pretty tight. Actually, they fit together tighter than the other guys than they do on the actual minicons. So it's kind of funny. And both the Energon Lion from the first wave and the Energon Shark from the second wave, they actually fit together tighter than the actual toys do. And then we're going to put on his little fins. Here is the Energon Shark. Be there for some little better contrast. But he looks pretty good. And you know, you can move the little fins a little bit here and there. So this is it. Let's take a look at all of them now. So here is all of our different Decepticons from Wave 1 and Wave 2. Ratbat and Sandsting we just took a look at, and now you've got the other ones from the previous wave. So we got 5 different minicon Decepticons, and you have the deployer, and you have 5 different Autobot minicons in the deployer. So you got 10 minicons altogether. That is not bad. Now, if this is only season 1 of Robots in Disguise, so if this goes for a few more seasons, I'd love it if we could get some more minicons. Maybe some that are a little more functional, but if we could get some more and not repaints, and you know, of what we have already, that would be fantastic. So with the 10 of them that we have so far, every single figure is different. So if you're looking at getting any of these minicons and you're worried about getting the same guy just repainted, you don't have to do that because they're all completely different. Remember, if the Decepticons have a different transformation than the Autobots. Autobots are discs, these guys are wedges. All right. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, these guys are only $4.99 a piece, so they're relatively cheap to pick up, and they're actually pretty fun to play with. They're kind of like a little Lego set, and you can switch and move a lot of the parts around too. All right. Please subscribe to the station. If you have any questions or anything, post them, like it. All right, thanks a lot, guys. And from the Decepticon Nemesis, I'm out.